NASCAR's 4th of July weekend event was the Grant Park 165 from the streets of Chicago, perhaps the last Chicago street race we will see in NASCAR. We'll have to wait to find out about that, but who was the king of Chicago this week? Let's have a look at the 5 things that we learned from the Grant Park 165 around Chicago, Illinois. So at the start of the race, it was Shane Van Gisbergen who was on pole position, but alongside him was Michael McDowell, and McDowell got his elbows out in the early stages to fend off the winner from 2 years ago. But it took all of 3 laps for us to see some serious contact in the first caution period as we got a big pile up on the circuit. As this is a street track, it is relatively narrow, especially for these big bulky NASCARs, and Carson Hocevar had some contact, spun around, blocked the track. Unfortunately, the likes of Dylan were caught up in that, and there was a big pile up behind. Thankfully, not too many people out because of that, not too much serious contact because of that, but again, it put into question the visibility for spotters, something that Bubba Wallace and his spotter has raised in the build-up to this race. We did get going pretty soon after that again, but yeah, again, big question marks around the safety really of this track, but like I said, this might be the last time that NASCAR comes here, of course. But yeah, McDowell did not let up in the latter stages. SVG chose to pit in the latter stages of stage 1, and that meant that McDowell was essentially unchallenged in the closing stages, and he won the first stage of this race. But would he be able to hold it? Well, for the most part, as we kind of expected around this, especially given his form at this circuit, given his form at the Mexico City circuit as well earlier this season, SVG absolutely bossed the second stage of the Chicago race. But again, because of strategy in this one, he pitted late in stage 2 to give himself a better run in stage 3, and that meant that Ryan Blaney won the second stage in this one and got some very crucial stage points in his hunt to reach the playoffs this season. But who would win stage 3? Well, unsurprisingly, it was SVG once again. Didn't have it all his own way. He didn't have it all his own way, of course. He had to overtake Chase Briscoe in the closing stages of this one, but he did that without issue, really. And just before the caution flags came out as well, very crucially, and despite a late caution late on in this one, Ty Gibbs was trying to put him under pressure, but SVG converted to his second win of the season, his second win around Chicago, and his 3rd Cup Series victory in his career so far. I mean, he was through to the playoffs anyway, but now it's absolutely rubber stamped and sealed. He will 100% be there without a doubt. And the final thing I want to mention, Catherine Legg, shout out to my fellow Brit. She managed to get into the top 20 in this race. Great job for her, and I believe she is the first female to manage that feat, a top 20 finish in a NASCAR Cup Series race, since a certain Danica Patrick managed it in about 2018, 2017, something like that. It's been a number of years anyway, so good on her, well done to her. Yeah, a decent race around Chicago, not really the kind of levels of drama that we are used to when it comes to this track. The weather did not play a role. It looked like it might have rained early on in this one, but the clouds eventually parted, and it was a great victory for Shane Van Gisbergen. What do you think about it, guys? Will you be sad if the Chicago street race does drop off the NASCAR Cup Series calendar for next year? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below as always. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of this, guys. Have a fantastic day wherever in the world today, and we'll see you very soon.